The Rainier R knows how to get around, or at least thinks he does. So he would just be finding his own way through Seattle. You know, he might end up in some dives and he might end up in some really great places. So you never know where that R is going to end up. It's been just about everywhere in Seattle, I think.
So you're saying that Rainier gets around?
Rainier gets around.
It is a community landmark, you know. When I first came to town in 1966, I went by that and I saw that R. I said, I wonder what that is.
Always driving up I-5, whenever we would see the R, that was the thing that you could see through fog, through rain, through everything, right off the freeway. That was the symbol that we were there.
It is a very authentic part of Seattle history. This is not something we dreamt up. It wasn't a slogan invented by the Chamber of Commerce. This is something that grew up here and is really intertwined with many generations.
My name is Rainier, just like the beer.
I was born and raised in Seattle. Born on Rainier beer.
People, I think, want it the way it is and the way it was, and preserve the R on the can, in the hand.
What do you guys think about the R going back up?
Amazing.
Great.
Awesome. About time.
When we got the news, everybody was just ecstatic. The sweet part was that we were bringing the landmark back to Seattle that had been here for 50 plus years.
So I'm really happy that it's back. Yeah, it's just part of Seattle. It is. It's the mountain. It's the beer.
Feels like it's time to come home, R. Come back home.
Seattle sign company Western Neon, which made the T, used old plans to recreate the Rainier R. The team spent hours turning gas and glass into the light that will welcome folks along I-5 into Seattle. 470 bulbs brighten the big R, LEDs this time, and twice as many lights as the old sign.
The icon, absent from Seattle's sky for 13 years, is about to make a celebratory return.
And Molly, if you didn't grow up here, you might not get all the hoopla, but this is actually Washington history happening.
Hi, it's Mike Jones, and to give you an idea of how iconic the R imagery was across the Northwest, when I was a high school student in little old Colfax, Washington, our art teacher had to impose a moratorium on R imagery.
Well, it's just one of those landmarks that everyone remembers. It sat on top of the old brewery for decades now. In just about an hour, crews will hoist it back up into place.
It's seen history go back up. When they took it down, I cried. When it goes up, I'm gonna cry.
You can spend some time with me as well. I will be at the Raising the R party, which happens at the old Rainier Brewery.
I didn't know really what the big deal was. It's from before we were here. People love that R.
Yeah,
and it's repainted and refurbished and really bright. Yeah. The lights are really bright.
Okay, now very slowly. Very slowly. Keep coming down. Slowly. Slowly. You can start countdown.
Well, isn't this just a gorgeous sight right here? The iconic R from the Rainier Brewery is once again lighting up Seattle's skyline.